In this lesson, we will use Desmos to graph integrand functions and evaluate definite integrals. Let's evaluate the two definite integrals on the left, where the integrand function is negative 1/10 x squared plus 8. We go to desmos.com and click Start Graphing. We enter the integrand function in cell 1, which is f of x equals negative 1/10 right arrow x squared right arrow plus 8. And we see the graph of the function on the right. Let's adjust the viewing window. Let's first click, hold, and drag the graph to a new position. From here, let's adjust the window manually by clicking on the wrench and changing the x-axis to go from -2 to +10, and the same for the y-axis. To close this window, click outside the window. And now we have a nice graph of the integrand function for the intervals of integration. We first want to integrate over the interval from 0 to 7. We click in cell 2, and we can type in int or go to the Desmos keyboard, click Functions, click Miscellaneous, and click the integral in the lower left-hand corner. Enter the limits of integration, which are from 0 tab 7 tab f of x dx, and notice how automatically the value of the definite integral is given in decimal form on the right. To 4 decimal places, we have approximately 44.5667, but if we click on the circle on the left that has a fraction in it, it will also give us the exact value of 1,337/30ths. Let's go ahead and record this value in our work. Also notice how the graph is non-negative over the interval from 0 to 7, and therefore this is the exact area below the function and above the x-axis over this interval, which we can see using an animation that I created on this screen here. If we integrate from 0 to 7, we are finding this area here. This area is exactly 1,337/30ths. And now we want to integrate the same function over the interval from square root 3 to 2 square root 7. Click in cell 3, either type in int or go to Functions, Miscellaneous, and click the integral. To enter square root 3, we can type in sqrt 3. Another way to enter a square root for the upper limit of 2 square root 7 is enter 2, click the square root button under the Desmos keypad, and type in 7 tab f of x dx. And the approximate value is 23.7101 to 4 decimal places. Notice in this case, the exact solution is not available because we have irrational limits of integration. But the function is still non-negative over this interval, and therefore this would be the area under the curve over this interval. Let's go ahead and record the approximate value of this definite integral to 4 decimal places. And now let's evaluate the definite integrals on the right, where the integrand function is f of x equals 3 sine x. Notice the limits of integration for the first integral are from 0 to pi, and for the second integral, the limits of integration are from 0 to 2 pi. So going back to Desmos, let's clear these integrals by clicking the x on the right. Let's change our function to 3 sine x. Let's click, hold, and drag the graph into a new position. And from here, let's go ahead and adjust the window. Let's click the wrench. Let's change the x-axis from -1 to 7. And let's change the y minimum to -4 and the y max to +4. Let's go ahead and close this window. And now let's evaluate the integral from 0 to 2 pi. Click in cell 2. I'm going to go and just type in int this time. The lower limit is 0, tab. The upper limit is pi. We can type in pi, or we can find the pi under the Desmos keypad here toward the bottom. Click in the integrand position and type in f of x dx. And notice how the value is exactly 6. The integral from 0 to pi is from approximately 0 to 3.14, this value here. Notice how the function is non-negative over this interval, which means the area under the function bounded by the x-axis over this interval is exactly 6 square units. And we can view this by looking at this animation. If we change the upper limit of integration to pi, the exact area of this shaded region is 6 square units. Let's go ahead and record this. And now let's integrate from 0 to 2 pi. We'll go ahead and click in cell 3. Notice how the integral is almost exactly the same as the integral in cell 2, except the upper limit is 2 pi. So what we can do is highlight the previous integral, Control C for copy, Control V for paste, and change the pi to 2 pi, and the integral is equal to 0. The interval from 0 to 2 pi is approximately the interval from 0 to 6.28 from this point on the left to this point here on the right. Going back to the animation, if we integrate from 0 to 2 pi, the area in blue is positive because it's above the x-axis. The area in red is negative because it's below the x-axis. The areas are the same but opposite signs, which is why the value of the definite integral is 0. I hope you found this helpful.